What's up, everybody? Enosh here, aka Enosh Fett, and with me, as always, is the lovely
Tiff-tastic or Grand Tiff Tarkin?
Yeah, that's right. When we're talking Star Wars, she's Grand Tiff Tarkin. And so today, Tiffany,
Yes.
I'm pretty ticked.
I know you are.
I am really upset. As you all know, if you've watched the channel, if this is your first time to the channel, welcome. And I'm normally not this ticked off.
No.
I'm usually a happy...
So come back to see happier episodes.
Yes, I'm usually a happy-go-lucky kind of guy. But if you're new here, hey, welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hey, if you're here, why don't you go ahead and give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, because we like to talk about cool, fun stuff here at the channel, right? We like to talk about...
all kinds of stuff. We like to talk about superheroes and Star Wars and everything in between. He-Man, you know.
Toys and music and movies and TV shows. We like it all. And because I am such a huge Star Wars fan, literally, folks, right now, if you haven't seen my my toy collection video, please find the toy collection video.
Yes.
I'll give a link to that.
It's a bit of a museum.
So right now in the room that we are in, we are literally surrounded by Star Wars toys. Okay?
And ships.
Yes. So I am, and obviously we have some on the desk here. But here's the deal. I am a Star Wars fan. Tiff, you're a Star Wars fan.
Yes, I am.
I told all of you Star Wars fans out there who said...
Just bringing out the air parentheses.
all of you fans out there who said, I hate Kathleen Kennedy. I hate Rian Johnson. So I'm going to take it out on the Solo movie. And you said, I'm not going to see Solo. I'm not going to do it. And you did one of these numbers and you said, I'm not going to go see it. And I told you, it's not going to do any good. It's not going to do any good.
Star Wars.
All it's going to do is hurt Star Wars. You know, there are other ways to protest. And I get it. Everybody says, hey, I'm going to protest with my pocketbook. Okay. But here's the thing.
Don't buy merchandise. Don't buy certain things.
But here's the thing. You're going to punish a movie that has nothing to do...
given a chance.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with The Last Jedi. You know? And here's the thing. I literally had somebody tell me that they loved Rogue One. And they really, really liked The Force Awakens. But they hated Last Jedi. So Disney was ruining Star Wars, and they were never going to watch another Star Wars movie again.
You know there's more than one Star Wars movie, right?
There's been a couple.
I know.
Yeah. So, so the thing is, look, I didn't like Episode 1. Did I go back and watch Episode 2? Yeah. Was it much better? No.
But it was Star Wars.
But it was Star
Wars.
Wars.
Give it a chance.
And then, you know what? I still went back and watched Revenge of the Sith, and it was a little bit better. Okay, it was the best of the prequel trilogy, for sure. But here's the thing. I knew that there was going to be more. So I didn't get my panties all in a bunch about it. Right? I went and waited for the next movie to see what happens next, because it's a continuing saga. That's what it is, ladies and gentlemen. It's a continuing saga. So I told you. I warned my friends who were like, I'm not going to go opening weekend, and then I'm not going to go, I'm not going to go. And I'm not making fun of you, my friends who did it. But that's what it sounds like.
But watch, they wait and they actually like it.
Yeah, well then, yeah, most of the people who went to see Solo actually liked it, but the damage was already done. And then everybody shook their fist and said, you see, we've made a difference. Well, it was announced today, ladies and gentlemen, that Disney and Lucasfilm are now putting on hold, yes, the air parentheses come out again, hold. They're putting on hold all of these Star Wars story movies, which some of you will say, well, that's great. I didn't want a Boba Fett movie anyways. But it wasn't going to be just a Boba Fett movie. It was the movie that people have been clamoring for, asking for a bounty hunter movie. That's what it was going to be. Well, nope, that one's gone. And then, of all things, the movie that fans have been clamoring for
a long time,
ever since the prequels ended. Everybody, hands down, can agree that the best thing in the prequels is what, Tiffany?
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yes. Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan Kenobi. And man, they announced that we were going to get a Obi-Wan Kenobi Star Wars story. I get it. Nobody asked for the Solo movie. Sure. You could even say nobody asked for a Boba Fett movie, even though really you did.
But we did ask for a Kenobi movie.
But everybody's been asking for a Kenobi movie. And guess what? Oh, it's on hold now. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Anyways, okay, so that's all the negative stuff. I'm sorry that I had to get that off my chest because I'm ticked.
Yeah.
Because now, I mean, they're saying that they're going to focus, Tiffany, just on episode 9 and then the next trilogy. But here's the kicker on that. We don't know what next trilogy they're talking about. Yeah. Because, ladies and gentlemen, it could either be the trilogy that everybody's hoping it is that's the one done by the guys who work on Game of Thrones, right? Because everybody thinks that one's going to be a Knights of the Old Republic movie, even though we have no idea what it is.
Which would be awesome.
Which would still be cool. Yeah, I'd take that, no problem. I love Star Wars. I just want more Star Wars. That's what I don't get. I love Star Wars. I want to
see some Revan.
I want to see more Star Wars. Somebody says, well, it's bad Star Wars. It's still good, right? I mean, I don't care. But here's the thing. Or, guess what, folks? You could get the new Rian Johnson trilogy. Which, I almost wish, because it would serve you all right, who protested The Last Jedi and protested Solo, that now you get the Kenobi movie stripped right away from you, and you get a Rian Johnson trilogy. Tiffany, what do you think?
Well, I'm
going to destroy the set. I'm so ticked off.
I wouldn't want to ruin that ship from
The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
There we go. Go ahead, Tiff. What do you think?
I just think it's frustrating and a little petty for the fans that when I do that. It's nothing to say that you're not allowed to have your say. Everyone, I mean, we're having our say right here on this show. We get to say how we feel and what we think, and it's just, to me, the same thing. I want something Star Wars. I'm not watching over and over the stuff that I don't like from Star Wars. Like Enosh, he liked the Rogue One movie. I wasn't a huge fan. I fell asleep twice. But I loved The Last Jedi, and I loved the Han Solo movie. And I would look forward to going to seeing a Kenobi movie or a Boba Fett movie. And to see the other bounty hunters like Bosk and just, start seeing a bunch of different things that you don't know what they'd throw in there. Because some of what they threw into Han Solo were little Easter eggs that they could have attached to the other movies, which I was looking forward to. So it's very frustrating as a nerd and as a Star Wars fan. But I'm just... I actually don't know how to feel. I'm hoping that the next trilogy is not the Rian Johnson.
Yeah, look, I get it, right? Like, look, but you know what? I hope it's not the Rian Johnson trilogy, just for this fact right here, is I know if they go ahead and do the Rian Johnson trilogy, that it's going to bomb. Mm-hmm. Because the fan...
And then we're going to really be messed over as Star Wars fans.
Half of the fandom has already spoken and said, look, we don't want anything to do with Rian Johnson. So as much as I loved Episode 8, I don't want to see the Rian Johnson trilogy now because, I mean, if it comes out, I'll go see it because it's Star Wars, like I said. But I don't...
I'm not going to boycott it.
Yeah, I don't want to go see it. I don't want to see them do that now because I know that the fans will revolt again and we won't... And then it'll totally ruin Star Wars. And that's what I said. I told somebody specifically, this is going to destroy Star Wars if everybody starts doing this. And no, it won't. It'll teach them a lesson. It'll
like
show
American Idol trying to vote for the bad people because it's a fun thing to do. It's not. You're messing with our nerd loves.
You're messing with the stuff. And here's the problem. Disney, and I tweeted Disney today, both Disney and Lucasfilm, because I'm ticked at you. Okay? Here's the thing. Are you that dumb? I mean, really. Now, okay, so first I was on the side of Disney and Lucasfilm when it comes to Episode 8. But now I'm going to flip sides over to the fans who didn't like Episode 8 on your side, okay? Disney, are you that dumb? Are you really that thick-headed that you don't understand why Solo bombed? It's not because people don't want to see the standalone Star Wars movies. I absolutely hate that when something doesn't go right and then all of a sudden a movie studio just throws everything out, right? Like
Tron?
Yeah, like Tron. To say, oh, well, what was the movie? Tomorrowland didn't do very well. Well, that was Disney. Disney?
That had nothing to do, Tomorrowland had nothing to do with Tron.
So, but they did. They had pre-production already going for Tron 3. And I'm a big Tron fan. To my left right now is a bunch of Tron memorabilia too, okay? So, here's the thing. Tron 3 was coming out. It was in pre-production. They were already scheduled to start shooting in Vancouver. And then Tomorrowland came out, and Disney, the brilliant minds at Disney got together and said, oh, well, we don't think people are ready for a sci-fi type of thing like that right now because they didn't go to see Tomorrowland. No, you know why people didn't go to see Tomorrowland? 2 reasons. 1, it stunk. 2, George Clooney. Okay? Sorry, Batman and Robin, ring any bells? I rest my case. Nobody wants to see George Clooney. Everybody likes to look at him on a red carpet. Nobody wants to go see him in a movie, unless it's Ocean's something, okay? I mean, look at the new Ocean's movie. Right? Okay. So there you go. But, like, what is wrong with you, Disney, that you're going to... And I tweeted them today. I said, you guys are making a huge mistake. Mm-hmm. Because you put out a movie that nobody asked for, and you push that down everybody's throat, and you keep standing behind... And I have no problem with them standing behind their movies. I mean,
you would.
I think you need to. But here's the thing. You keep doing that, but then... I told him, I said, a movie that people want to see. Mm-hmm. A movie that the fans have been asking for... Nope, that one's on hold. We're not going to do that one right now, if ever. I just don't get it, Tiff.
I don't either.
I don't get it. I mean, what's so hard about this? Usually I'm yelling at fans for acting ridiculously, but Disney right now is acting ridiculously. And the fact that they are canceling we're putting all of them on hold. Everything that we had, to thought up.
Which makes no sense.
About these Star Wars standalone movies, because now they think that people don't want the Star Wars standalone movies.
It's like our 3 kids. One person does something wrong, so we have to make sure that all 3 of them suffer.
So, I don't know what to make of it, folks. I don't know what else to say about it other than I'm ticked. Because I want Star Wars. I want Star Wars. I want good Star Wars.
Especially when they've been telling us that we're going to have so much Star Wars going forward from now on. And then to take it away.
And, I'm getting sick of this. We were told we were going to get a Boba Fett movie, and then it got pulled. So then we weren't getting a Boba Fett movie. Okay? Then, then all the stuff that happened with the Solo movie, right? And it's like back and forth, and there's all this drama going on. I'm about ready to say, you know what, Kathleen...
I actually like the movie.
You know what? Kathleen Kennedy does need to go. And I'll tell you why. Not because I think Episode 8 was horrible, or Solo was bad, or any of that stuff. Kathleen Kennedy needs to go because... Obviously, there is not good communication within Lucasfilm, and there are not people who are intelligent enough to just make a decision, go with it, know what a good Star Wars movie will be, and know what the fans want. I don't get it, So maybe Kathleen Kennedy needs to go get somebody in here. But I will say this too, and we'll touch on this as well since we're talking about things that people are complaining about. Tiffany, did you see the story? I don't know if you even saw this story. But George Lucas came out this last week and talked about what his plans actually were for the sequel trilogy, had he made the sequel trilogy himself.
I did not see
You did not see. Oh, see? Breaking news for Tiffany here. And if you haven't heard it, this is some interesting stuff. If you have heard it...
I have a new job, so I've been very busy or very tired, so I have not been on the internets and
the
webs as much.
If you've heard it, please let us know down in the comment section what you think of this. Because with as much as everybody's complaining about, Disney and how they're ruining Star Wars... So one of the key gripes about the prequel trilogy were the midichlorians.
Yep.
Right? Everybody hated the midichlorians, right? So George said this week that had he had the chance to make his movie, which he had planned on making before he sold it to Disney, that his film would have centered around the midichlorians, that his trilogy would have centered around the midichlorians and the Wills. The midichlorians are like the gatekeepers to the Force. The Wills guard the Force and are in the Force, and the Wills communicate to us through the midichlorians. Okay? And so this was going to be a movie about this like microscopic world of Star Wars.
We already had that movie. It's called Horton Hears a Who.
Skywalker hears a what?
Exactly.
A will? So Skywalker hears a will. So that's what it was going to be about, this microscopic world where the Wills are communicating to us through the midichlorians. And he even said the words, and the fans would have hated it. But it was the movie, because it was the movie he wanted to make. Yeah. So there you go. So ladies and gentlemen, every time you think, I hated Episode 8, it stinks, it sucks, I don't want to see it ever again.
We could have had a midichlorian movie, apparently.
Could have had a whole trilogy of midichlorians. How do you like that? So, anyways, hey, guys, we want to know what you think. What do you think of this news? Are you like me and ticked off about the fact that we're not going to get as much Star Wars now, at least for a while? That, you know, I'm glad that they are going to focus on Episode 9 and making sure Episode 9 is good, and that's how they've kind of spun
because
this.
if that's going to end this part of their trilogy, then they need to do it with a bang, because we know with what happened in real life that certain things have to happen a certain way.
Yeah.
And I think they need to handle that very delicately.
But, you know, so I understand that spin, though, right?
Yep.
That you know, well, we want to make sure Episode 9's really, really good.
Focus on 9 going out with a bang.
Yeah. And then this new trilogy.
Or-
But we don't know what new trilogy that is. So what are your thoughts? What are your comments?
What trilogy would you like to see?
Yeah, really. I mean, do you want to see Ryan Johnson's, or do you want to see the Game of Thrones guys trilogy? Or
I would actually like to see something along the lines of what we saw at the end of Rebels, going along with...
Well, we're probably going to get some of that, Tiff, in the
That would be
TV show,
awesome.
which it comes out next year that Jon Favreau is doing. And so that deals about 7 years or so after Return of the Jedi. So
That would be awesome.
yeah,
and
so
I'm
we'll
looking
see.
forward to that then.
That'll be a streaming service we'll have to get. So anyways, but hey, we want to know what you have to think. Please leave your comments down in the comments section. Let us know how you feel about this news. And
Are you as mad as us?
yeah.
Today's episode was brought to you by the air quotes and the word saga.
Saga Films. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. We appreciate each and every one of you out there. And also, please comment in the comment section your ideas for a name for the channel. We are rebranding the channel. As you can see, we're doing some new cool things here. And so we want you to be a part of that. We want you to be in on the conversation. This is your channel as well as it is ours, because you guys watch it. You spend the time to watch what we do and making videos and stuff. And so
if we like and or choose the title of the show from what you gave us, maybe there could be something in it for you.
yeah, we could send you stuff. Trust me, we could send you stuff.
Free stuff.
Yeah, for free, even. Just for us picking it. So hey, do that,
Free
right?
for a fee.
Yeah. Put your comments and your ideas down in the comment section. Let us know. And until next time, I am Enosh, aka Enosh Fett, and with me, as always, is the lovely
Tiftastic or Grand Tif Tarkin.
And thank you so much for the kind support. Bye.